Hey, this is a bonus episode because we were just shooting some of the regular episodes, and then we saw that the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer just dropped. This very moment. You're probably seeing it way after the fact.
Yeah.
Now, our opinions on this are based on the trailer, just based on what we saw, because I personally have not looked, I haven't done any digging. I don't know if there's any more information about the movie floating around out there. I do not know. All I know is what I saw on the screen.
I guess we're just going to say what we think of it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looked good. I mean, I'm going to see it no matter what.
Yeah.
It looks promising, and I want it to be a conclusion. They say it in the trailer to the end of this, which it always is. But this, I really want to see a good ending. I don't want to see them open up the door for episode 10. Like, I don't want that. I just want to see a conclusion to this new trilogy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like half and half on. I like the main movies. Like I'm half and half on like Force Awakens. I liked it, but it is too safe. I like The Last Jedi parts of it, and other parts I absolutely hated.
You're trying to say you like the good ones.
Yeah, I like the good ones, and the spin-offs are just boring and bad.
Yeah.
This one, I'm gonna call this the Highlander 3 of the Star Wars films. Because it's an apology making up for the last one that people hate it, much like Highlander 3 ignored Highlander 2.
It seems to be what they're trying to do with all of them, actually.
It feels like it looks like they're working everyone's fan theory into this one. Like, oh, all the Skywalkers are dead. Oh, well, suddenly this is the Rise of Skywalker. Rey's probably going to be a Skywalker. You hear Palpatine for a second because everyone wanted Palpatine to come back.
That got me excited, but yes, it does feel like that was an answer to what I wanted.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm into it now. If I'm not into it, I feel like an asshole. Like I wanted it, so
I feel like it's just like a sad, just like last attempt to get people to like this. What do you think?
I mean,
hey, Lando's back. That's cool.
Yeah, Lando's back.
Yeah.
I
How
saw
long have
videos
they been
of
shooting
Billy
this
D.
for,
Williams
so-
trying to box slowly.
because this movie has to have been in production for a while. Like it's not like they could have just, I guess they could have within a year and seeing how the last movie did and everything else. Like they could have been kind of like, oh, let's like, but it looks cool to me. I'm pretty vocal at panels about my hatred of Star Wars now.
You're like Mike. He hates Star Wars. He hates everything except the original trilogy.
Exactly. The original trilogy I love.
Yeah, and obviously, I think we all agree we love the original trilogy the best, but I still don't hate all of the rest of them. I hated Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I thought Attack of the Clones was mediocre. I loved Revenge of the Sith. I thought that was good.
Don't think.
And these new ones, I feel, are okay.
I don't think that these movies. The way I look at it is the original trilogy was George Lucas going, I want to make a movie. I want to make this movie, and it's going to be good. And it's like he's going to make this movie. He really wants to. He was thinking it was going to flop, and he didn't think of it as this big giant cash thing. Now it's this corporate produced, like churn it out, put it out to make a buck, not to tell a good story. Like I don't think it's like doing anything different that other movies are not doing right now. I think it's just kind of doing more of the same.
I will say, like, Last Jedi, even though it failed in a couple spots, it was at least trying some different stuff. It wasn't good.
I will say that
mixed results.
I haven't watched all of the Last Jedi.
See, that's an example of it's not that good.
It's just, to be honest with me, it's on Netflix. I know, but I just haven't. I've never sat down and been like, let me finally watch this movie where I'm actually like looking at it.
Yeah.
I've always watched it in the background of something.
Yoda's back, but the only thing is when you watch it, it feels like the scenes with Yoda in it and all the scenes with Luke, it does feel like anybody could have wrote that. It's expensive fan fiction.
And this reminds me of the new Star Trek movies. Everyone didn't like the second one. Well, a lot of people. There were fans that didn't like the first J.J. Abrams, and people hated the second one, and then the third one kind of ignores the second one. And this looks like that's what this one's doing. I think they're just trying to get all the fans that they lost. Because Last Jedi, even though it made a lot of money, it did eventually hurt Solo's box office. Because a lot of fans were just done with Star Wars.
They released it off schedule. They put it out like 6 months earlier.
Also, Solo went way over budget because they reshot the whole movie.
The only reason why I saw
December thing going on for so long.
Yeah.
Why did they just, for Solo, like, hey, let's just put that one out in May again.
They just had to make their money.
The old ones were in May.
Yeah.
But this time they had this like on-time year schedule, and then they were just like, let's do this early.
Yeah.
I just saw a Star Wars movie 6 months ago. Not even.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wasn't ready.
The only reason why I saw Solo Solo is because we went and saw it for this.
Yeah, I know.
And otherwise, I would not have gone and seen it. I would have just waited.
Yeah, I was not enthused for Solo. I did try to watch it again on Netflix, and it is so dark. You can't see a thing.
I didn't care the entire time we were watching it. Like, there's certain times where I go see a movie, and if I don't give a shit, it just feels like I'm sitting somewhere for an hour and a half waiting for something to end. And that's how that felt for me.
Yeah.
So I just hope that this one had some cool scenes in it. The one that really got me in the trailer was the giant chunk of the Death Star in the distance. It was really cool. And I love seeing that, like, being like, oh, is that the Death Star? Wow, like it's here.
I mean, it was cool to see Darth Vader's crumbled mask in Force Awakens, but did it really mean anything in the long run? It was just a little throwback to
just wants to be like him.
But that Death Star piece, I hope it means something more than just hey.
Yeah,
and we do hear Palpatine's laugh. I got a couple theories on that.
Okay.
One, because fans wanted a Palpatine clone, and this one looks like they're trying to pander to fans, so it might be a clone or something.
He could be. I mean, do Siths become Force ghosts?
They haven't, as far as I can tell, they haven't in the expanded universe. It might be possible.
Also, could he have survived?
Yeah, could he have survived?
Palpatine is like the most powerful Sith. He was the Sith Lord.
And then in Rebels, they do establish that you can kind of time travel with the Force.
Okay.
It's super complicated. You have to go to a place which was then destroyed. Who knows if there's other places. You got to go through this wall into like this dimension with windows and shit.
Okay.
It's super, super complicated. But like Palpatine was able to communicate with someone in there, so maybe he can time travel. I don't know. This one, they just want to pull the fans back. Kind of like Force Awakens had to pull them all back.
Snoke sucked.
He
They
did.
didn't really do much
did.
with him. Yeah, they did. I thought he was going to build up to something. It was nothing. They killed him off in The Last Jedi. And it was a total letdown with Snoke. So I would be very psyched to see the Emperor be a major part of this film. Maybe it's just a small thing that's a throwaway. I do not know yet. So
well, the thing is too, like, I think the whole thing about how Rey might be a Skywalker.
Yeah. Oh, it's called Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So
it has to be, right?
I think it makes sense because the person who told her that her parents were nothing was Kylo Ren.
And
he's
lying.
evil, and he was probably lying to get her just to be like, because he was also probably sitting there as much as he idolizes Darth Vader. So for him to kind of find out that she's an actual descendant of like a Skywalker, he might not want her to know that.
Yeah.
And he just tells her like, or he's jealous or,
Or the real reason it's called Rise of Skywalker is because it opens with Luke on an elevator.
It's just him going up the whole movie. Maybe she just...
Hi guys.
Bitch, that's the dumbest joke I ever heard, and it got me.
Did I write that one for you? And you just... What is this review made of? Crows?
Actual crows.
Actual crows?
Whoever heard of disposable crowbars? Are they actually made of crows? But you know what, though? It will be really emotional, though, seeing Carrie Fisher on screen again.
Yeah.
This is the last footage she shot as Leia,
Actually,
so...
I don't think she shot footage. I think they're using unused footage from the previous movie.
They weren't already...
I think she died before they filmed it. But there was so much footage of her.
So this is
Because it was a
footage from Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was totally...
It wasn't like people knew
Yeah.
she was like sick or anything. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, this is
really unexpected,
I think I think J.J. Abrams said they have enough footage from the previous two movies of her that they're able to like work her into it.
Like a running
And
man.
they can. Lucasfilm owns that the image and stuff to that character. They're allowed to do it.
Otherwise, they probably had an idea originally that she was going to be a bigger part in it, and then now they obviously have to like...
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see it, and then it will come out, and then we won't care.
And then we will see it, and we will talk about it, and we will sit there like, it was okay.
I think Star Wars is just going to move, because they're taking a hiatus on movies. They're going to move to TV now. They're doing Mandalorian, there's new cartoons. I think they're just going to focus on the TV shows on their streaming platform and then get back to movies at a later day.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it needs a break for sure.
It definitely needs a break.
Honestly, we need a break from Star Wars.
we do.
The thing is, with me, Marvel movies right now, I can't wait for Endgame. I am like so psyched for the end of the month to go see Endgame.
See, I've had
I see these and but I see a Star Wars preview and I don't give a shit. I follow every Marvel preview that comes out though, and I'm like, ugh, like freaking out. But I really just Star Wars. I don't give a shit about. This actually made me kind of give a shit. I'm excited. I want to see it. It looks good, but I have to see the last one. Just a small shit, like a squirt, a little squirt. Just about that.
I don't think we're gonna top that. I think that's all we got.
All right. Okay. All right.
Fucking Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Why did it land? Yeah. It was I had to time it right. I couldn't say it.
Rise of Skywalker.
Because I just pictured him getting out of an elevator.
Yeah. Like, hey guys.
Maybe it's also, damn it, I thought of an even worse one.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's about him becoming a bread baker, and it's about his like loaves of rye.
You're right. That is worse.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.